Shalom, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone that have taught me this truth. Shalom to the elect out there pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four corners of the earth. Shalom. It's your brother Tabalia Yakwana coming at you with a quick overview of Revelation 18, and I'm going to try to go 1 to 3. All right. And this is the fall of Babylon. And this Babylon that we're speaking of is, first, this is John the Revelator on the Isle of Patmos. He receiving visions through the Spirit on many different things, but one of these things is the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. So we'll go ahead and get right into it. This is Revelation chapter 18 and 1. And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Again, verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon. And that Babylon is referring to America, like I said. This is America. And we'll prove that. Let's go to, let's see. We'll go to Isaiah chapter 47. And it also speaks of the judgment of Babylon. And this judgment is also referring to America. It reads, Isaiah 47 and 1, Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And see, it says, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Now, it speaks of virgin daughter of Babylon. This is the daughter of it. This is not Babylon. This is the daughter of Babylon. Okay, and the reason why we use this to prove that it's speaking of America is because America is virtually untouched. That's the virgin part of this. America is virtually untouched. They set up a lot of propaganda and false flags and false reports of things that have happened. But these things are just really set up to push forth different measures and laws and different stages within this whore's life span, which is it's coming to an end very shortly. Let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 42 real quick, because you see this is Jeremiah 50 and 42, and this is going into the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. It reads, They shall hold the bow and the lance. Now, the bow and the lance are speaking of the components of the arrows, or the 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 modern day arrows right now are the ICBM missiles. For the most part, the Bible speaks of the destruction of Babylon by arrows, and those arrows are speaking of ICB. They're referring to ICBM missiles. So it says they shall hold the bow. That bow means it's meaning the silos. You know, the container for the missiles, and the lance. The lance is the actual missile. Right? They are cruel and will not show mercy. Their voice shall roar like the sea, and they shall ride upon horses, every one put in array like a man to the battle. So these missiles aren't going to go willy-nilly all over the place. They're going to have a target, and that target is the daughter of Babylon. It reads, "Against thee, O daughter of Babylon." So this is once again, this is not ancient Babylon. This is the daughter of Babylon. All right. Back to Isaiah 47. It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans," and this place, America, gets a lot of its witchcraft and sorcery from the ancient Chaldeans, which were warlocks and witches. And they are the daughters, they are the offspring of the Chaldeans, the ancient Chaldeans, this place, America, Babylon the Great. It says, there is no, Isaiah 47 and 1, reading from the middle, "There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." So this place is going to get touched. Okay. So going back to Revelation 18, and 2, and rereading that, "And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils." This place is very wicked. It pushes forth a lot of witchcraft and wicked activities, a lot of wicked philosophies. The alphabet gang, the alternative life of style that you can participate in. Murder, rape. A lot of these things get swept under the rug for particular groups of people. So forth and so on. Bestiality. It reads, "And the hold of every foul spirit," and that goes into just the wickedness of this place. "A cage of every unclean and hateful bird." So let's go to Isaiah 34 real quick. This also goes into the destruction of Babylon, America. It says, let's go 34 and 9, "And the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone." These are products of destruction. "And the land," particularly fire destruction, "and the land thereof shall become burning pitch." Okay, "It shall not be quenched night nor day." This is verse 10. "It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever. For the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also, and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness." And let's see. So basically, you won't know where one thing begins and the other thing ends. There'll be no dividing lines. It's all going to be leveled and turned into a big desert. All right. Let's read on. And this is speaking of the we're at the bottom of the statue. The statue that was spoken of in Daniel, second chapter. So where the feet was mingled with iron and clay. So all of this, not just America is going to be destroyed, but different nations in Europe. Those Palestine and these places got to get hit with missiles also because they're a part of that clay and iron mingled foundation, unstable foundation that's going to be destroyed. Verse 3, Revelation 18 and 3, for all nations. So that's all nations in the world have drunk of the wine of the wrath for fornication. That wine is going into philosophies. Once again, a philosophy of mostly right now. Science right now is a big thing. The scriptures speak of science being a so-called science. A lot of this science is really mingled with witchcraft. That word pharmakia, it goes into witchcraft. The pills and all these things that America eats on the daily. This place is the biggest consumer of drugs on earth. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. So these kings have lined down with this whore that rides the back of the beast, which is mentioned of in Revelation 17 and 5. It says, and upon her forehead, that the woman that's arrayed in purple. Let's go to verse 4 real quick. We'll read through. Revelation 17 and 4, and a woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, and having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Yeah, that woman that rides the back of the beast is America. Okay. And so these kings have lined down with this whore and committed fornication, gave up their old ways, and they're starting to see the ramifications of lying with a filthy whore. Their whole way of being is being destroyed. You can see that when America puts their foot down, i.e., by way of this fast food and the philosophies of the woman needs to be empowered now. America likes to prey on the weak, which are usually the women and the children. So they get into the minds of the women and the children. They indoctrinate the children with these abominable holidays and these Christmas carols and Thanksgiving that we got coming up soon. And so, and it reads, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich to the abundance of her delicacies. So they want to get rich, man. That's the love of money is the root of all evil. And so this is what they get. And so I'm going to leave it at there. Lord willing, this was edifying, and give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.